Hi, Deborah again with Crafting Her Story, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about working with Google Photos. We have a lot of options these days on how we store our photos in the cloud, or where we store our photos in the cloud. The application that I chose for myself is Google Photos, and here are some of the benefits. They do have an option for free unlimited storage, and I will go into that in just a moment. You can easily back up your photos on all of your mobile devices. So if you have an iPad, an iPhone, or an Android phone or tablet, if you download the Google Photos app, you can turn on the automatic backup feature so you never lose a photo. They have options for creating multiple albums, and you can pick and choose who you want to share those albums with. I love the feature where you can access your photos anywhere in the world, and the search features are absolutely mind-blowing, and I will cover that in this session as well. And another really important feature that they've included is called Inactive Account Manager. And long-term, the forward thinking that Google has done to put this into place, I think, is going to be so beneficial for you in the future. So on the unlimited free storage, Google offers you in your Google account 15 gigabytes of absolutely free storage. And this is for all of your documents or anything that you keep in Google Drive. And Google Photos is actually a part of the Google Drive. But if you store your photos in high quality, it's not included in part of that quota. So you basically can store unlimited photos in your Google account and not have that be charged to you as part of your quota. If you choose, you can choose to store your photos in original quality. And this is if you're a professional photographer and you want to keep that extremely high quality photos. And then it will really be worth it for you to pay to have your photos stored. And the storage fees, you can compare from place to place, but for just the average person who just wants to keep their photo album someplace, the high quality is, you won't really be able to tell the difference online. You would be able to tell the difference if you wanted to print these out professionally. And the ability to keep all of your photos in one place, so you don't have, some of them on Facebook, some of them in a drawer, some of them, in a shoebox. Ideally, it's good to have all your photos backed up in one place. Now, to turn on the backup and sync feature on your mobile device, you first have to download the Google Photos app on your mobile device. And once that's loaded up, you open up the app, and at the very top left, you tap on the menu, which is the three little bars, and you select Backup and Sync, and there will be a switch to the side, and you just turn it on, and that's it. So then every time you take a picture on your mobile device, it will automatically back it up into Google Photos. So now I'm inside my Google Photos app on my laptop. And to the side here, you can see there's three different parts of Google Photos. You have the Assistant, the Photos, and Albums. This screen is the Photos screen, and it's all of my photos that I have scanned in, that have come in from my mobile devices. Just a big hodgepodge of photos all in one place. And you might think it's kind of a little bit disorganized because it's just all of your photos. Well, you can come over here into the album section and you can create albums to organize them a little bit. But one amazing feature that I discovered was the search feature. And you can search for people. So at the top here, it's going to show different people that are in your photos. And I'm going to pick my son here. And it shows all of the pictures of my son from when he was a baby to when he was a full-grown adult, which is mind-blowing. I have no idea how the technology can do that. I'll pick on myself here. As I've, aged through life, it's just amazing how it picks all the pictures of me. Now you can search for more than just people. You can search for places as well. So if I wanted to search for Italy, it brings up all of my pictures from when I was in Italy years ago to just a few years ago, or my pictures from France. I can search for Houston. It's absolutely incredible, the technology that is in this. And once you get your photos uploaded and you just start typing in things, it's just amazing how this works. It's just mind-blowing to me. Type in baseball. It's incredible. So it's a way to help you organize your photos and, put them into albums. Just spend some time playing around with it. Try. So if you've scanned a bunch of photos in and you've created some albums, like I did here, I've scanned a bunch of photos in, I created albums, and I titled them the year that the photos were taken. And if you do a search then on these photos by time, it's going to show the date that the photos were actually scanned in. So if I open this photo album from 1992, I would actually have to go into each individual picture and edit the date on here to 1992. Whoops, to 1992. And then I would just maybe guesstimate a month and a day and save it. And so that way when you do a search for a year, then that year will come up. And it's kind of time consuming. You would have to do it with each of the albums. But once you get it all done and you do a search, you can just search 1992 and all the pictures will come up. And it may not make a difference because I've already titled the entire album 1992, but to find the pictures individually, that would be one way to do it. Sharing is really easy, so once you've created an album and you wanted to share this album with somebody, there's some sharing options here. And you could decide how you want to share the album. And then you can also let others collaborate and add to the album. So if they had pictures from that same time period that they wanted to put in to your album, they could do that, and that's how you would set the parameters here. And you can share your album on Facebook, or you can share it on Twitter. I like to share on Google Plus because I've already set up circles in my Google Plus account. And you can also share with people individually in your Google Plus account. So if I just wanted to share it with my son Keith and my husband, I can just share it with those people. Click done. And then you could put a little comment in here. And then post it for those people to see. So as you can see, Google Photos is a very intuitive application. It's very easy to scan your pictures in, to create albums, to share your pictures, to search. The incredible search features that it has is just absolutely mind-blowing. And it's free. You know, unless you want to save your photos in the original quality, high quality photos if you're a photographer. And it's just a wonderful application. So I encourage you to give it a try, to scan some photos in, to set up your automatic backup, and play around with it and just see what it can do. So once you have all your pictures scanned in one place, and you've created your albums, you've shared your albums, and you've put all this work into creating your story, if something should happen and you've passed away, you don't want all this work to die with you. And Google has very intuitively created something called Inactive Account Manager, where you can assign a family member or friend to have access to your Google account to carry on your story. So to set up your parameters for your inactive account, you're going to go into your account, and under personal info and privacy, the very bottom here, there's a place to control your content. So you're going to click on that, and it's going to take you into your inactive account manager, where you can assign an account trustee, and you click on change the setting. And here it will tell you a little bit about how it works. There's a timeout period that you can set, and then it will alert you if you haven't accessed your Google account in a certain amount of time. And if you haven't responded once it alerted you, it will notify your contents and share your data, or you can choose to have Google to delete your account. So you just go over here to set up, and here you can set up your time period, and it gives you several options: 3 months, 6 months, up to 18 months. So if you have not logged into Google in 3 months, it'll start the process of alerting you and alerting your contacts. Here you can, after you assign the timeout period, you can assign who you want to share the data with if something should happen to you. And you would just put in their email address in there. And then you could also set an auto response in Gmail. So you could actually write in a little note to that person explaining to them, what it is that you want them to do if something should happen to you, how you would want them to carry on your story. And if for some reason you should decide that you just want your account deleted, you can set that here. But the purpose is for sharing your story and making sure that your family members have access to it. And then Google also has an option for you to back up your data. So if you wanted to download your data onto a hard drive somewhere, or if you wanted to back it up somewhere else in another cloud, it will give you an option to archive your material somewhere else. So Google is a really intuitive, wonderful application, and the great thing about it is there's no cost to you to try it out and to keep using it if you're just going to store all your photos here in high quality, which is really good enough to share with other people on mobile devices, and to cast to your TV, to use for building storybooks and things like that. High quality is really good enough for that. The only reason that you would want original quality is if you were a photographer and you needed the original format to print out and use that high quality data. So give it a try, play around with it a little bit, and just have fun with it. And check back into Crafting Her Story, as we will keep you updated on new ways to keep building your story in different applications. So thank you very much for stopping by.